Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Bluegrass Home and Garden TV. Art Hubbard of Hubbard Mechanical is back with us, giving us some grilling ideas because it is not too late. I use my grill
Yep.
up until you have a little bit different scenario here.
Yeah.
It's covered, but I mean I use mine up and through a pretty good portion of the winter.
Yeah, I do. Like for Christmas, we have my wife's family and my family all come together, and I smoke a turkey for all of us. So I do it even on Christmas Day. So I love the grill.
All right, so what have you got for us today?
We're gonna do a rosemary garlic pork tenderloin, and it's pretty much as simple as what it says. You get your rosemary, you take it off the sprigs, you chop it up, you put salt, about a tablespoonish of olive oil, 4 to 6 cloves of garlic, or 4 to 6 teaspoons of minced garlic if you don't want to chop it all up. Mix it all together, rub it down with the oil, put the garlic and salt and rosemary onto it, and pretty much it. It's pretty simple.
And don't go use the shaker rosemary.
No. For something like this, you want to have the fresh rosemary so that it just pops. And you got to remember too, fresh rosemary, you need more of it than, you need less of it than the dehydrated stuff. The dehydrated stuff, you got to put a whole lot more to get it to reconstitute itself in essence.
Oh, but I just love fresh rosemary.
Oh, yeah.
I've been just...
Yep.
You'll probably see me do that a lot here today.
Yep.
All right, we're going to be back here in just a few. Stay tuned. Well, we are back. All right, Art, I'm getting hungry. It's between the garlic, the rosemary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah. We're literally just gonna pull back. It's that simple. Just get it, and sometimes on the end you gotta get a little angry with it. But just pull them off and get as many as you can. And then once you get a good chunk of them, get them all together and you start just chopping them. I like having a bigger knife that has a little bit of bevel so you can actually rock with it, so you don't have to go back and forth. It makes it, for me, a little easier. You just keep chopping all this together, and then when it gets time, you mix it with the garlic and then the salt. And you can use the olive oil beforehand or mix it all together. That's the beautiful thing about recipes. It's just a roadmap.
Oh, I know, because you said that we had 6 of these. I'd be like, I'll be doing like 9.
And obviously that depends on the size of the loin. This is approximately like a 3.5 to 4 pound loin. If you can do a full loin, this is what they consider a half loin. So if you can do a full loin, you gotta do more. But it's just, use your judgment. And like I tell people all the time, they ask, Art, how do you know how to make all of this good barbecue and everything else? By making bad barbecue. So you will mess up, and it's okay.
So what do they say? There's no real mistakes. It's just learning new ways not to do things, right?
Or one that painter that had a big hair, he'd always say they're just happy little accidents.
We love us some Bob Ross. We
Yep.
love us some Bob Ross. Happy little trees. Happy little trees. All right, we'll let you keep working on that. We'll be back. We are back. Smells so good. Oh dear, we're having way too much fun. I was just over here like, the rosemary. Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah, life's short. Have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of reminds me of a certain late night skit. We'll just leave it there.
But now just combine everything.
Okay.
You can use a whisk. I love using barbecue gloves.
Good.
And just mix it with my fingers. I think I can get more of a feel of what it is. And don't be shy with the salt. I use iodized sea salt, so it actually has less sodium than traditional salt. So people would have salt issues. It's a better alternative. Still not great, but better alternative. I'm gonna go ahead and just mix it all with the olive oil and then put it on there. Change it up.
Well, they say a lot of your sea salts though have a lot of good minerals too that a lot of us lack. So you don't always have to be scared of salt.
Well, and fun fact too, like if you take a lot of vitamins, but you take minerals with your vitamins, all you're doing is creating high-dollar urine because your body can't process the vitamins without the minerals.
Well, I always tell people too, I'm like, well, there's some of those sports drinks that have a lot of electrolytes in them. What do you think that is?
Yep. Yeah.
Just saying. Not trying to be like health guru over here. But I mean,
Yeah, I look healthy.
Oh dear. Oh gosh, that smells so good.
Yep.
Oh.
And then now we're just gonna rub it on.
All right, we'll be back in just a second. All right, we are back.
Yep. It's time.
Yes. And by the magic of television, we're going to make time go by really, really quick. Because this would normally cook for about how long?
It's usually Depending on ambient temperature, humidity, and everything else, about an hour is a good ballpark for a 4-pound loin. Now, if you want to go a little quicker, turn the heat up.
Okay.
Like this is, I'm gonna do right around 3 to 325.
Now,
And then you also, to get the best results after you rub this on there, the longer it sits, the better it is.
now, Art, you know what I would do? I might have done something similar to this in the past. I would put slits throughout this.
Yeah.
It also helps with the cooking speed,
Yes,
right? But
100%.
also putting all that marinade in there.
Yeah. Another thing you can do, what I've done with loins before, is you actually just slice it and you just unroll it so you make a big flat piece.
Okay.
And you put this inside of it and you use butcher twine and you roll it back up into it so actually the marinade's on the inside so it just goes through the meat as well.
Yes, yes,
Tons
and
of
yes.
options. Roadmaps.
Yes.
Roadmaps.
Yes, because I like my spices to be strong. Like, don't get me wrong, I like pork just by itself, but I love fresh herbs and garlic.
Yeah.
I want to really taste it. So I tend, fair warning if you're at my house, I might go a little heavy
Yeah.
on some of those seasonings.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It's all into what you like.
All right, so you're gonna got a bee coming. Must like the smell
Yeah,
of it
they
too.
must like it a lot too.
All right, we'll let you get that on,
Yep.
and then we just play a waiting game.
There we go.
All right, stay tuned. Well, it smells fantastic.
It is time. Are
I
you
know.
ready?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I've been waiting how long?
A little bit. A little
Again,
bit.
the magic of television. The
Yep.
magic of television. And we probably could have, the only problem being outside, the bugs like it too.
Yep.
Probably could have let it sit a little bit longer. Maybe.
Little
I
bit.
don't know. It's looking pretty nice.
Yep. I give you the end piece that's got all the stuff
all the
on
crusty.
there.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. All right.
I like, even on when you use a pellet grill, when you're not truly smoking, you still get the small little smoke ring because it's using wood to heat it up. So, turn out okay?
Mm-hmm. I do think, just because, I like really heavy seasonings, I think I would, if I did this, like you said, kind of butterfly it,
Yep. Roll it
put
up.
all that in there, tie it up with twine, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone, and that's the beautiful thing. It's all the recipes are just roadmaps. So you want to do something different? Do it different.
Have
And
fun.
it's great. A lot of times I don't do the same recipe twice. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tweak this one. Oh, that was a mistake, and I'm gonna go back to the other way.
Well,
And
unless
it's just-
I'm baking, I don't ever measure anything.
yeah.
So.
Well, the way we were taught is you use the palm of your hand. Like my mom, she knew what a teaspoon, and a tablespoon was in your hand, and she was pretty accurate with it.
All right. Again, this recipe will be up on your social media.
Yep, it sure will.
All right. And in the meantime, if people have any heating, plumbing, or boiler needs,
They can call us at 859-340-4509.
thanks for keeping it here on Bluegrass Home and Garden TV. We'll see you next time.